and make your dream garage a reality.
Hello, Garage.
To the Whitaker Bank broadcast studio outside of Rafferty's. I'm Gary Ball with Mike Meehan and the King of Stream, William Warfield. And joining us now, DeMetrius Gay. He's the coach at Henry Clay High School. DeMetrius, welcome into the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
You got a good football team this year. You had a good team last year. You felt like your record would have been much better had you won some of those close ball games.
Right. You know, we was in if you go and look, a lot of the games we were in, and just couldn't put two halves together. You know, we'd come out hot and go cold in the second half, or the first half we'd come out cold and burn it up in the second half. So, we're working on putting both halves together.
What's your schedule look like this year at Henry Clay?
It's tough. It's real tough. We open up with Connor, then we play Lexington Catholic. Then we got Douglas and Taste Creek, and we got all the city schools, and we also play LCA.
We'll be doing that Lexington Catholic game in the Bluegrass Bowl in Preston, and we got you again later on. But we'll try to we got William to tell us about that agreement we got with Fayette County Public Schools this year. I know you're happy about that.
Right. It's another avenue for us. For the kids that have film. So it's always good to have that.
And what we like to do too is what sets us apart is we'll talk about the kids, give some good press to them as far as academics, etc. Anything that they do special, in the school or whatever, and that way that kind of helps their reputation and their look for the next level or college or whatever.
And that's one of the things I talk to the kids about every day. Is at next level. If you want to go to that next level, you got to have that education. And this senior group, I've got some smart kids. I've got some kids with 31s, 32 ACT scores.
Wow,
that's good. Yeah,
very smart kids.
And you got a Van Horn, a quarterback. He's back for you. He had experience last year, and he should be a really solid player this year.
Yeah, real solid player. He's actually he's got sophomore year. He had started a couple games.
Okay.
And then going into the last year, we had him at the full-time starter. And then this year, we're banking on him to lead us.
Can you talk a little bit about your your assistant coaches? Because, the strength, a lot of that comes from your help.
Right. Yeah, my coaches, they're doing a great job. A lot of the guys we got on staff has been around for a while. Some former players, of mine have come back to coach, and a lot of the old guys I've got, Barnett, who's been around for a while, Marty Parks, he's been around with us as well.
What about the old line coach, Marty Joyce? He's still around, or is he hang it up?
He hung it up, but, he drops by every now and then in practice.
And gives us some insight. That's good.
And actually the two guys I've got doing the offensive line play for Coach Joyce. So, they communicate with him every now and then about, different schemes and things that could help us out.
Now, did you replace Sam Simpson?
Yes, I did.
And what was it like replacing, hate to say a legend, but a legend like Sam Simpson?
It was tough, but, I was on the staff with him for
I remember you in the locker room.
time.
You remember me coming in the locker room?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. It's hard to replace a guy like that, but, I want to put my stamp on things.
Now, you played at Henry Clay yourself.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. And
back in the day.
back in the mid-90s.
Mid-90s, yeah. And that's good to come home like that. How did that feel? I mean, that had to make you feel really good.
Well, it felt great. Actually, when I got out of college, I went straight back to Henry Clay and started back in 01 coaching. And it feels good. It's pride.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I like with some of my coaches. They also former Blue Devils, so it's all about pride.
What happened to David Buchanan?
He's a teacher now. He actually he got hired at Taste Creek. He was working at Henry Clay. He was one of our ESL teachers, but he's still around. He comes to talk to me every now and then about football.
He was a good player.
He was a great player. Real great player.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's talk a little bit about your team. First of all, who do you have coming back from last year that you like? But also, who did you lose? What did you feel like you've lost coming into this year?
This year we returned a lot of guys on the offensive side of the ball. A lot. Majority of our skilled guys are back. A couple offensive linemen are back. We lost a lot on the defensive side of the ball. Some kids transferred out, some kids to graduation. So we did get some kids back that were injured that didn't play, so we got a couple of those guys back. So the defensive side of the ball is where, we look to improve, as far as talent and things.
Do you feel that you're now in your fourth year?
Third year. That
maybe it's time now for the team to develop like you thought it would. You've had time to get them into place and to do everything you wanted to do?
Yeah, the good thing that we've done, since I've started is a lot of our young guys have got playing time. So
yep.
A lot of our skilled guys are young guys, but they're seasoned now. They've got some games under their belt. So we're looking for those guys to step up for us this year.
Let's start on offense. Talk a little bit about offensive line, because I think that's where it all starts anyway. So.
Always starts up front.
Yeah.
Always. We got a guy, guard coming back, offensive guard, kind of, playing the guard at center this year. It's James Vanderpool. He's our nasty guy. He's the one that's driving guys downfield. We look for him to anchor that offensive line. We got an offensive tackle back named Grady Phillips, a big guy. He's about 6'2", 6'3". He's about 290. We got a kid that we got from lacrosse. Real nice sized kid. He's probably about 6'3". He's probably about 240, 250. Then I think, we might have a freshman that have to step up and play this year.
Oh, nice.
So, you getting those young guys, those reps in camp and get them game rep, they're ready, by their sophomore, junior year. Yeah. Skill-wise, of course, we got Blake Van Horn back at the quarterback. We got two real good running backs back in Jacob Childers and Jaden Bailey. Offensive guys, we got our tight end back. His name's Landon Burntine. Actually, our number one receiver's back as well. His name's Walden Cole.
I remember
he's a
him,
baseball
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a real physical guy. He's put together kind of kid. We also have Blake's younger brother as well, Hayden Van Horn. He's played out wide, sometimes in the slot. And we got another kid named Malcolm Paul. It's kind of our Mr. Do-It-All. We play him the quarterback. We put him in the slot. We do a couple things with him. But that's our offensive side of the ball.
Well, tell me a little bit about these running backs you have. Are they power backs, speed backs, what?
Well, Jacob's more of a power back, downhill guy, and Jaden's more of an in-between, kind of a scat guy. We can get him on the edge, and he can get in between the tackles and break out. Jaden's also a baseball guy, so he's got real good vision and things.
Yeah.
I mean,
that makes a difference.
It makes a real big difference.
You open up with Connor.
Yeah.
They're a good school out of Boone County.
Right.
So open up with Connor, then play Lexington Catholic.
Right.
Then you play Great Crossing. You got a pretty tough schedule.
It's a tough schedule. I tell the guys, we don't want no cupcakes. We want to be a good team. You got to play good teams. And, I think the schedule we have, we've got a lot of great teams on our schedule. So we're hoping to go in and win a few games, putting both halves together.
That'd be good. Yeah, that's a key, too, for that team. All right, let's go defensive side of the ball. Tell me what you think.
It starts up front. We got Kyan, Miller. He's back his second year playing. He just committed to Austin Peay this year. Not last week, I think. So we got him back up front. We got a couple of inside linebackers. Walden, who's also a receiver. He's going to, step over in the linebacker position and play some. Got a couple new guys on the outside linebacker. We got Donovan Cowan, who actually played O-line for us last year. We kind of shot up. He's gotten taller. So, and he's thinned out. So we had to play him at outside linebacker. We got another kid named Henry. He's going to play outside linebacker. Defensive back, we've got a kid named Skyler we think is going to help us. Real shifty kid. He's got a little bit of speed on him. We've got one of our safeties, real smart kid. He's about 31, 32 on his ACT. He was hurt last year, so we got him back. It's Aiden Hanna. That's.
What about your numbers? You have
we range about 60 to 75 kids. A lot of freshmen. We got, I think, almost 30 freshmen.
Oh, that's good.
But as well as I do, Coach K, special teams.
Yeah.
Are real special. How about your specialty, your kicking game, your return game? How's that looking?
We lost a real good kicker. In Sergey, he's I think he ended up going to Ferristown State, somewhere like that. But we lost him, so we got to replace him. We went to our soccer team, try to find a couple kids off the soccer team to help
Might have
out.
a good kicker on that team.
I think we might have a kid that's going to come in and help us out as far as helping us with kickoffs and extra points and things. Then my punter's going to be Blake. He's got a real strong leg. He don't look like it, but he can boot that thing. We worked on a little bit of special teams today, and he booted one. I mean, it went forever.
All right. What about goals? What are your, as we ask every coach that comes in here, what are your goals for your team this year?
Of course, the number one is to win, and I think our number one goal is to be able to put two halves together and finish games. I think if we can get that, we can win a lot of games.
Good. Gary, I'm getting really excited about these teams. This is one for sure. Henry Clay.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, Henry Clay.
We'll be doing that Rao game, and
Yeah. Well, we got.
their Lexington Catholic
Catholic
game. I'm sorry, Lexington Catholic.
I mean, you can't look at our record from last 2 years. I mean, we've gotten better, because a lot of our guys, like I said, has gotten playing time. So.
And that's, as a coach, that's what you want. You want the team to get better every game.
Yeah.
And if you feel you've done that, you're going to have a successful season. Is there anything we haven't talked about that you want to talk about, Coach K?
Not really. I just, I'm glad we got Preps being on our side now.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
we're glad to be on. We're glad to be on your side. That's for sure.
Real quickly, you're going to be hearing from me the week before we play. Every time, anytime you play, I do what's called the UFO Award. It's Unheralded Football Overachiever. Right. So I'm going to contact you probably with the email first, and then call if I need to, for you to give me the name and some information on somebody in your program. It can be a janitor, it could be a player, it could be an administrator, it could be anybody who goes up above and beyond for the program, but never gets any credit for what they do.
Coach, he had one guy one year, the kid had actually died, hadn't he?
Yeah, got hit by lightning, was killed, and then came back and was a manager on a team. And just
that's
so
awesome.
we've had all kinds. So I'll be contacting you for that.
good.
Just
Coach, when you come out here to Rafferty's, what's the favorite thing you like?
It's funny you say that. My wife just called me and said, "You going up there? I need one of those salads."
Okay, salad.
So
we got a gift card from you from Rafferty's. You can get that big salad for your wife. We thank you very much for coming on the show, and we're looking forward to covering Henry Clay this year.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate you all.
All right.
That's DeMetrius Gay from Henry Clay High School. We'll come back. Nathan McPeak will join us from Frederick Douglass, and we will return on the Pratt Spin Preview Show from the Whitaker Bank Broadcast Mobile Studio outside of Rafferty's.
Neighbor helping neighbor. At Whitaker Bank, we believe in giving back to our communities. Through our many sponsorships, we help provide our fellow Kentuckians with family-friendly fun and events, and scholarships to help students reach their dreams. We know you need banking to be fast and easy. We help with personalized services like mobile deposit. Get the app today and snap deposit. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This